Okay, good morning. The time is 6:05 a.m., January 7th, 2025. I cannot say one word about the unforgettable jaw-dropping terrorism I've been witnessing here. It's going loco. It's been going loco for at least 3 days. I have to make some sort of sense when I go online, okay? It's been so intense for multiple months. Right before that court date, because I was going to witness the terror cell functioning in the courthouse. I know that, and I can't talk about it while I'm in this property. So I've made that clear to the public. But the poison got worse and worse and worse, and so did the mass grave site, stuff like that. Oh, just and flat out combat and everything else that I can't even say a word about, like say one word. There are things that I literally have witnessed in here that I have never ever even peeped a word about online. There's a point where I flat out unequivocally cannot talk about it. Okay, I'm a witness to it all. I'm in the building. Okay, now so right now on today's date on the calendar, the only thing I can talk about is the constant out of control poisonous gases they're using on me. Okay, they used them on me yesterday like crazy people. They started up again. It's a little bit better this morning. I'm not literally running to the bathroom every 10 to 5 minutes until the problem is resolved, and then they start up about an hour later. It's a lot of terrorists that come and go in and out with their hands on military chemical gases and knowledge of and knowledge to U.S. military and Russian military equipment and personnel, individuals within their ranks of military that they should never have knowledge of, okay? Whoever decided to involve I've witnessed it, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and state a case to where I witnessed. In fact, I can't do that online. I've witnessed it for years. Whoever decided to involve these kind of individuals is, in my layman's terms, completely crazy. Because the result was, I know who. Okay, I know who involved these individuals in my country. They're American citizens I'm talking about who have been involved, who were recruited, and I know who by, but I can't talk about it online. Okay? All right, so what they did, the result was they spent their time now, they spend all their time protecting these individuals. And what we do is every day, well, this is what I'm allowed to talk about. What we do every day is keep poisoning me, which it doesn't work every day. Around and around and around and around and around. Yesterday, I went to take the snow off the porch, okay? Work hard work. Move snow off sidewalk and porch, okay? I had to do that. I don't do the public property. I'm not trying to do a courtesy for the domestic terrorists packed in and infested inside of the demographic population of DC, so they can strut and stroll and stare me down and give me the finger because I cleaned the sidewalk off the snow for them to do it. No. But I cleaned the snow off of this private property here. And I cleaned the snow off of the porch for me, Heidi Granger, to come and go off of my property. Okay, because I had to take my garbage out. Okay? Before that, I was poisoned about 3 times. After that, I was poisoned yesterday after I cleaned my porch off the snow. No more snow on porch. After that, I was poisoned about 6 times. The poisoning is out of control. I can guarantee it's someone not sober or crazy doing it. The pain and suffering I go through is real. I have injuries from this. All right? I cannot talk about anything I have witnessed in here, and when I say it's going off here, I mean it. But I can't say a word, all right? It's not just poisonous gas. Every time I go in there, these schizos on, what is it, crack? I don't care. They get me when I go in the bathroom. They're just having too much fun while they're smoking fucking crack, thinking they're agents, secret agents, or whatever they were told, okay? And they light me up in the bathroom. They light me up in my main room. I'm racing and racing. They don't light me up in my extra room. I praise God for that, okay? Because that starts to get really upsetting when there's a fucking crack addict that has their hands on military chemical gas, which is installed and functions through a mechanical system that an engineer has to, I don't have word. So we're not going to get stuck on looking for the word. All right. And then they put the crackheads to operate it. It's a lot like the Navy command. They just had these Navy personnel in there just sitting in the chairs, and they could amuse themselves with, while they were there to do drugs. The Navy command literally is a crack house. It's a crack den. It was funny when I used to say it when Donald Trump was in office, but it was real. It wasn't funny like I sat in here and laughed because the homicide in here was atrocious. And they are still and were protecting and fully involved the U.S. Navy with 1509 S Street Northwest, U.S. military personnel. But it's not funny anymore that the crack addiction has gone on that long. 5 years, maybe possibly longer than that, because I became privy to it at that point when I was putting it on the internet. It's not funny anymore. This is long-term drug abuse. And it's not funny that you turn in your facilities, you turn them into the U.S. military facilities, that you take the property, the land, the real estate property, you take the facilities themselves on that real estate property. This is all federal land. And you turn it into a crack den. Trump and Biden. And you think the good guys aren't going to serve you up with consequences? This is not for me. I suggest to all of the Biden and Trump administration, I suggest to the DOJ, I suggest to the law enforcement writ large in the United States to stop focusing on Heidi. You have bigger problems than me. All right, and to YouTube out of Silicon Valley, I give you that same advice. Why don't you just stop permanently hacking, okay? My one view, my 2 views, and then letting my 1 or 2 views that I get for multiple years, only 1 view, letting them leave the most rancid, vile, hate-filled, hate speech comments. So that's what my 1 view thought about the video. Is it YouTube out of Silicon Valley? I suggest to you that you heed the same advice I just gave the current and the incoming presidentials, administrations. I deplore you to heed that advice. You have bigger problems than Heidi Granger now. Adios.